Ciao YouTube, I'm the Kaz and this is the Kaz Does, the unconventional DIY YouTube channel. As you saw in my previous video where I painted my workshop, my den, light was really poor. So this is what this video is about, the light system. Let's get into it. See how better light it is now? I upgraded all my lighting system and in this video I will show you how. But first of all, we need to understand some parameters about light. The most important one is the lumen. Lumen means the amount of light that a bulb or a lamp can provide. Other important parameter is the light temperature. Light temperature could go from 3K to 6.5K. The lower value is more a yellow light, the high value is more like blue light. The value in the middle, something between 4K and 5.5Ks, that's what the daylight will be. And this was the light temperature that I choose for my den. Another important parameter about lighting, especially when we're talking about video making and all this kind of stuff, is the CRA, the color rendering index. This parameter indicates you how the color will be well replicated while filming and while lighted up. So it's quite important to have a good amount of CRA value when you're talking about like video making and everything like that. But anyway, we will go more in depth about what lamps I choose in the next part. If you are surfing the net, searching for the right amount of light that your activity needs, you surely face another unit, lux. Lux is just the amount of lumen per square meter of your space. So you have just to check how many lumen your lamp can provide and how much big is your space or the space that you want to light. Every activity needs the right amount of light. You can find some tables in the section comment below. I will link to this video. And there is a method that's called lux method. That's a mathematic method that can give you as a result the number of bulbs of light that you need in your space for the correct amount of lux. But this is a mathematic method. I don't like pretty much maths, and I'm sure that you could find someone better than me that can explain you this method on YouTube too. So what I use for calculate the right amount needed to my workshop, it was a software that actually is even a free one that's called Dialux. This software allows you to import the floor plan or even to design your own one, and then it has a huge database of lamp, and the software simulates the amount of light that will be provided, and so you can check if that's good or not. So let's go on PC and let's see how the software works. We already downloaded and installed the software on our computer, and this is the Dialux main window. So what we need to do is to go to load the full plan first. So we go on the configuration floor on the left, the first one on the top, and we load our plan. Now the software needs to understand how big is our floor plan. So what we will do now is give to the software a dimension on one side of our floor so he can calculate automatically all the dimension. So I'm selecting the side, telling the software the dimension. It's 8.9 meters, and then we check complete, and that's it. Now we need to design a new room. So we select the external perimeter of our plan. So we select the first 3 points, and then with the right click we say to the software to close the shape of our floor plan. Now we need to design the internal shape, clicking through the contours of our internal side of the walls. So the software will understand the thickness of the walls. Now I'm telling the software, the internal perimeter of the bathroom area. Always right click, close polygon. And then it says to us, okay, these are the 3 main part of your floor. Next step is tell to the software if there are any windows, doors, you know, any spot where the light can come through it. So before to do this, you know, I forgot to put the height of our floor. How high is it? So it's 3.5 meter. And here a little render of our external perimeter. We just put the dimension of our windows before to place it in. The height, the length. And now we're choosing the main entrance door. It's a window door, so it will let lots of the light come in, and this will influence the software a lot. So we set the dimension of our door, so it's 3.2 meters high, and this is it. So we need to change the height of the side windows because they're too low. So they start 2 meter high from the ground. That's it. Now we're telling the software where is the north. We check this by in Google Maps. It's fine doing like this. And then we're placing the internal structure. Designing the columns and the themes. They are 30 centimeter high. The one that goes from the bottom side to the top side of my den. And this is how it looks like with the structure. Now we selected a plain roof to the top. Now going on the light tab, most of the lamp building companies, they provide some file that you can download and import in any illuminotechnic software as Dialux. Dialux also offers the possibility to search through his huge internet database that's called LumaSearch. But what I did, I already downloaded the lamp profile that I would like to use, and then I will import into the software for see how many lamps do I need. So, and now I'm telling to the software the dimension of the lamps that I downloaded, that I want to buy, that I want to put it. And these dimensions are 1.2 meters long, almost 0.1 meter wide. So I will put it in the software. And now I'm telling the software that in which area I would like to put it.
and in which orientation I would like to put it. So I'm telling that's like 3 columns and 4 rows. Put it vertically. And then there are lamps in this other area. And the same with the last one. Now let's adjust the position of the lamp. Let's put the lamp half a meter from the beam. Let's keep on doing this for all the lamps that needs to be moved. Now let's switch lamps. Let's place the lamp that should go in the center, because for the central point of the main working area I decided to choose high lumen lamps, always LED lamps, but a high lumen lamps, just in the case I'm not shooting videos and I don't need much light. So let's place it. Let's say how many rows, how many columns will be. Let's place them at the right distance from the wall. That will be in the center between the lamps. Then we go on this like calculation icon that's in the top bar, and we click it, the calculation bar, and now the software will elaborate the information and it will give us as a result how the light will be distributed in our den. So that numbers indicates the amount of lux in the specific area. We don't want to go something like lower than 200 lux, because that's what we should need at least, and we should need something around 500 lux while shooting video. You can even feed your space with furniture. You can do this using the furniture software database. So I'm feeding my den with some table that will simulate working tables. And this is how 3D rendering it will look like when lighted. As you see, the light floor is like 1 meter above the actual floor. That's because the lighting is measured on the working surface. That's it.
Lots of you guys will say, how come all this problem with light system? This happens for mainly 2 reasons. First, that because in Europe and specifically in Italy, there are laws that gives you at least a minimum amount of light that you need to provide according to what your activity is about. The second one, and this is a YouTube channel, so light is quite important for making high quality videos. So that's why I decided to study a little bit the argument and design my light system. Now that we saw how much light we need and how many lights we need to provide the right amount of light, we need to wire the system up. And for the hashtag, what you suggest, always please let me know in the section comment below what would you have done differently. I will consider any corrective and upgraded suggestion that you will give. And if you like the video, thumbs up, consider subscribing and ring the bell for further uploads. This is it for this video, and ciao from the cast.